can I walk there and back to my house in 24 hours? Let's go. Before I started my health journey, I couldn't walk more than about a mile without having to stop from excruciating pain from my feet completely swelling up to the point I couldn't even fit them in flip-flops, man. Like it was a mess. And my feet would be covered in blisters. They blistered really easily, and I just was non-functional. It took several days to recover. We're gonna see how far I can go now. That is my challenge today. I am heading out. We're gonna see how far I can go in 24 hours. I'm walking, I'm not running. So let's see what happens today. So I'm just starting off on my walking adventure today, and I decided I would pick a goal. So you guys are walking to school with me. I went to Cottonwood High School, which is on 1300 East and about 9 miles from my house. So the goal is, can I walk there and back to my house? Let's go. I'm walking along like a main street, and the past 6 lights I've gotten to, I haven't had to wait for a light, which is crazy. I've had a walking guy there a second I get there to the crosswalk, and I just go straight over. So that's been kind of crazy. Look at the view out over the valley from here. I just got my first 5 miles in. I did a bathroom break, went and grabbed a green tea at the gas station. Keep going. This first 5 miles has been almost all uphill. So we're gonna see how this goes. My muscles are more sore earlier on in this journey than I thought they would be, just because it has been uphill, like climbing uphill. So let's see how we do. After doing about 6 miles now of straight up hills, I am really glad to see some downhill coming up ahead of me. It's a long straight road, so you can really tell in advance if you're going to be going uphill or downhill, and seeing that downhill curve in front of me is really encouraging. More downhills ahead, hooray! See the road sloping down. Look how pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. Seeing these numbers in the 70s gets very encouraging. So I'm about 8.5 miles in right now, and my hip is pretty dang sore, but I'm only about 1.5 miles from where my first goal location is, where I decided in my mind I wanted to get to this goal location before I do my first big rest. And so that is really keeping me going at this point, to know that I'm only about 1.5 miles from my first goal location. And when I get there, then I'm going to take a nice break and stretch out a little bit. I'll do a little more update when I get to that point. But like, it reminds me of the importance of having those goals set in your mind ahead of time, because it's really helping pushing me forward through being uncomfortable, through being tired. It's super important. I'm walking on a bridge over the freeway right now, which is kind of trippy. So like I-215 is running right back there. So that's kind of trippy. It's like a major freeway here. Oh, I'm slowing down quite a bit. Haven't made it quite to my first goal yet. It is super, super, super close, but man, I'm tired. My hips hurt, and I've started to feel it in my feet now. So first time I felt it in my feet, and we're about mile 10. It's mile 10. I made it to my first rest stop. So I have been resting here for a little bit. You can kind of see in the background, I actually went to my old high school as my first rest stop. So it's about 10 miles from my house, and I made it to Cottonwood High School, which is my rest stop here. And I'm gonna be honest, it has been harder than I thought it would be to make it this far. My body is sore, it is tired. My hips, man, that lasted a while. I didn't even know if I was going to make it to this first rest stop here, which is about 10 miles in. So I've been resting here for a little bit. I got some water and a little granola bar, a little Kind bar in, and I think I'm ready to continue this journey here. But I was thinking, okay, what do I need to do to get motivated to go further, to stretch myself more than this? And I was like, ooh, I need some musical motivation. So music's going to be my key to getting through this next little stretch. Feels really good to have made it here. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. So that feels pretty freaking great to know I can do that. About mile 12 now. I am pretty dang tired. This has pushed me a lot more than I even thought it could. And really, it's one of those things that the only thing pushing me is me. So the internal question becomes, when do you know you've pushed long enough and hard enough to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and go, okay, that was a good job. You did an amazing job. You know, in this world, if everyone gets a trophy and everyone wins all the prizes, and, you know, we get to this thing of you're good enough without trying, and I get that and all, and you are. You're inherently amazing and beautiful and intrinsically cool. There's something about the human condition that makes us want to do something hard, that pulls us forward to accomplish something we've never done before, to try and do something new. That's why humans have evolved in the way they have. It's that internal pull to do that. So when you have that internal pull to do that, when do you know the breaking point is, or the time to take a break is for you? Hey guys, that's it for me. I have pushed and gone to my limit for right now. I'm gonna go home and rest for a little bit. Right now, the mile mark is 12.54. I was kind of hoping to make it to 13, but this stretches uphill, and my hip and my knee are completely done for. And I know within myself, like, the point of this is not to go to the point of not being able to do this anymore. The point of this was not to hurt myself and to cause physical damage that I'm going to have to deal with later on. The point was just to see what is my breaking point. And maybe in a few months, my breaking point, how long I can walk, will go further. But as for today, we know the answer. This has just been a little bit of an emotional journey, watching myself be able to go this far after I couldn't even go for about a mile before. So I know I've got lots of ways that I can still grow, and I know that I have more weight to lose and more health to gain, and I understand that, but I'm really proud of myself for today.